Hey everyone, welcome to today's episode. Are you ready for a wild ride? The cleaning lady hurried to end her shift. The assistant grumbled, opening the door. Little did he know that the cleaning lady had been a spy for years. Besides him and old Qiu, there were no other sane people at Jingyuan High. The cleaning lady's gaze danced across the surveillance monitor as she texted her colleagues. Mei Zion heard everything crystal clear. She mentioned there was one in the first-floor hallway, two in the second-floor office, and one in the fourth-floor study room, leaving Uncle Yuan utterly confused as he asked old Qiu what was going on. Old Qiu's mind flashed back to the battlefield, where he was hot on the trail of North Korean spies. He was supposed to die in battle, but Uncle Yuan saved him by taking a bullet. Years later, seeing the daughter of his savior filled him with emotions. Upon learning Zai's family's poverty and inability to pay fees, he helped without hesitation. Mei Zion pushed open the principal's office door to find the cleaning lady pretending to be busy. Mei Zion caught sight of the assistant inside the cabinet, swiftly turned around to quietly close the door, just in time to see. Zaizu pushed open the gym door during her warm-up, while Feng Zai went out to grab some water. Just then, Bagger crept into the gym like a bird, landing right behind Zaizu. Before Zaizu could react, she was shoved hard and toppled from the stands. When Feng Zai returned with the water, he heard Zaizu scream from the gym, but the door was locked tight. Inside the spacious gym, Bagger toyed with Zaizu as if he were an omnipotent superhero, filled with curiosity to test what hidden powers she really possessed. Where did Aunt Beiji come from? One glance at her and the knife came dangerously close to Mei Zion's throat. Mei Zion rolled away just in time, as Aunt Beiji made relentless attempts on her life, only to end up getting knocked over by a flower pot. When she finally recovered, the window was wide open, and Mei Zion had vanished without a trace. Aunt Beiji yelled on the floor, realizing she could no longer see Mei Zion, as the lights in the office suddenly went out and the school plunged into darkness. 10 seconds earlier, Mei Zion pulled the circuit breaker, completely blocking out the omnipresent surveillance cameras. Old Qiu and Uncle Yuan turned their heads simultaneously upon hearing someone introduce himself as Major Jin Xinjiao, the leader of a North Korean special operation. In the dark, Major Jin politely asked old Qiu to hand over the student files. Upon noticing the power outage, Gang Zhen planned to grab his stuff and head home, but soon ran into Lai Wan at the door. He saw the guy from the photo right in front, Uncle Man's digital watch beeping in heavy snow. His wife came out, advising him not to stand outside as the sun was probably just running late. He ran back inside to call Gang Zhen, just as he hit the answer button, when Lai Wan charged over. Meanwhile, old Qiu swung his bat. He yelled at the major to get out of his office, and the next moment, a hulking figure named Daeyoung stormed in. Meanwhile, in the second-floor office, Ash opened the assistant's drawer, hoping to find a camera to re-upload the class leader's video. He aimed to uncover the secrets of Jingyuan High but found no camera, so he left the office feeling disheartened. Filled with frustration, Ash shouted at the man blocking his way, only to get knocked out by a single punch. Hearing the fight, Kao Zhen's mom dashed out, panicking and yelling that her son was in trouble. Uncle Man rushed to the school without a second thought, determined to rescue his son. As Daeyoung landed, Uncle Yuan swiftly broke his legs, telling old Qiu not to interfere. Uncle Yuan motioned old Qiu to exit, insisting he would handle things here. Suddenly, the lights in the office flicked back on as the cleaning lady flipped the circuit breaker, and Mei Zion zapped past. She pulled out her handgun and inquired jokingly, "How's your day been going so far, Mom?" She yanked Asya, demanding to know his powers, only to be interrupted by old Qiu's sudden appearance. Ash tried to call for help, but old as bullets sent his phone flying in an instant. Uncle Yuan vented his anger in the room, gripping Daeyoung ready to deal a heavy blow. Daeyoung's head smashed through the wall just then, as Xiaozi's phone rang. It was Beiji asking about the two supernatural teens. Xiaozi suggested that Beiji should assess the kids first before reporting back. However, Uncle Yuan was growing impatient, and suddenly a hand reached out from behind him. A huge hand lifted him off the ground, and then a heavy fist came crashing towards him. In the gym, the boy charged in to team up with Zaizu, but lost after one move. At school, Daeyoung swung a punch at Uncle Yuan, giving Xiaozi the perfect chance to ransack the entire office. Finding no clues, a voice came from behind as Uncle Yuan questioned who they really were. Xiaozi said bitterly, "It's all that Jin Duzhai's fault. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be in this mess." The strike was deafening, ringing straight into Mei Zion's eardrums. She desperately wanted to know if her husband was alive or dead and ran into the classroom, colliding with Assassin A. Mei Zion fired instantly, grazing Assassin's cheek with a bullet.